Well, we have with us South African legend Mark Boucher. Hi, good morning. How are you feeling?
I'm very good, thank you.
Talk to us more about what one can look up to in this particular season, and what are your preparations?
Well, I'm just an ambassador of the whole competition as well, but I'm really looking forward to seeing the third edition of it. I think the first two editions were spectacular and probably shot lights out. So Graham and his team are under a little bit of pressure to try and keep everyone happy. I think there's a lot of big expectations, not only in South Africa but in India as well. Coming from the IPL, I've sat with a couple of the Indian players in the Mumbai Indians team as well, and they even watch the competition as well. So they really enjoy the competition, which is fantastic. So yeah, really looking forward to the third edition. I think it's going to be even bigger and even better than before.
Okay, we also hope the same. But talk to us more about the importance of this particular league in terms of promoting cricket in your country.
I think personally I think it's a saving grace of South African cricket. I think it was really needed at the particular time that it came into fruition as well. I think also relationships with India are fantastic, and it's great to see that the Indian IPL owners have bought the teams as well, which there's always been good relationships between India cricket and South African cricket as well. So yeah, I think it's been the saving grace for cricket in South Africa. We've seen a lot of young talent come through over the last 2 years. Our depth pool's got a lot bigger for our national team as well, which is fantastic to see. So it's been great, and it's been the saving grace.
How important it is to have Indian players on board? How much the weightage is added?
Yeah, look, I think just the whole of India on board with the SA20 as well is fantastic to see. The support that all the teams are getting. As I said, watching the IPL and chatting to a couple of the players, the guys were really sort of focused on watching a lot of the teams play and picking up talent as well. I think there's a hell of a talent pool in South Africa. There's also a lot of the international players that are playing in the competition as well. I think it's probably the biggest competition that all the IPL players play in a competition after the IPL as well, which is fantastic for South African cricket to see all these fantastic players play in South Africa.
From one wicket keeping to another, how do you see Rishabh Pant, and how are you looking forward to play again? Okay. What makes India and South Africa rivalry so special, and how are you looking forward to it?
I think it's a good rivalry. I think there's two very strong teams that have always competed at the highest level, but also in a great spirit, and I think that's the key. There's never been any bad blood between the two countries. I think when we first came back into international cricket, we were welcomed here in India as well, which is fantastic. I was a kid when that happened, and I watched it on TV, and I always had aspirations to come and play in front of hundreds of thousands of people. So I think the relationship between the two countries is fantastic, and I think it always will be, because there's a lot of respect between the two nations, and the games that we play are fair. What India's done for South African cricket, and what hopefully this competition can do for South African cricket is fantastic.
One message you want to give to your fans?
To my fans, watch the SA20 league. I can guarantee you right now there'll be some great cricket played. It's a fun event to watch as well. I'm certainly going to be at a lot of the games along with the likes of the AB de Villiers and that. So watch on the TV. You can listen to those guys talk quite a bit. A lot of it's nonsense, but they'll try and do their part for the SA League as well. So yeah, watch the league, and I think you're going to be quietly surprised with some fantastic cricket.
One last question: what do you love the most about India?
The food. I really enjoy the food in India. To be honest with you, I'm not a vegetarian, but I've been in IPL for quite some time now, and I've managed to try a couple of different dishes. Don't ask me to pronounce the name of the dishes, but I really enjoy the food and the people as well. I mean, the hospitality that the people show you when you arrive here is just out of this world. And anyone who has never been to India needs to come to India just to experience it.
Thanks. So thank you for connecting with us. This was South African legend who was talking to us regarding the different aspects of game and how much he loves India. This is Srishti Atkare reporting for Times Network with video journalist Saurav, Mumbai.